Good night, good night, good night. Welcome again to another episode of Fortress Fitness Lifestyle Podcast. And I just want to say to everybody, all the best for the season. Merry Christmas. This is the last podcast for the year. And we're going to resume, I think, on the 4th of January 2025. So this person here, this guest, she ending the show, she bringing the curtain down, right? It's someone I met, a very interesting person. And I'm going to bring her on stage. That's Miss Christina, um, Christina Rodriguez Stewart, Mrs. Right, I get it right this time. You say laughing if I say, boy, don't tell the man. Right. So, Miss Christina, right? I just want to say welcome. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule, and I know it's busy, to come on this podcast to talk about health and wellness and how we can improve based on the products that you have. The viewers can know where to get certain things. All the guests come through this podcast have either a product that add into your health and wellness, or mental health, or nutritionists, or doctors, or is a big range of people come on this podcast. So you just come to add to what we've been doing, spreading the good news, spreading the word, and thank you for making the time. And I just want to say, before I let you introduce yourself properly, is that the product that you had, this is the first time in my entire existence life when I met you the other day. Is like, I never thought that garlic could have tasted so good. I mean, I use garlic, and I know that particular brand is black fermented garlic. I'm saying it right?
Appreciate.
Right. So introduce yourself and let's get going.
Good night, everyone. My name is Christina Rodriguez Stewart. I'm the founder of Crochet Agro Distributors and the inventor of the garlic products that I have. It's a very new product. You will find black fermented garlic on the market, but my black fermented garlic is unique, and it's made in Trinidad. It's not imported.
Great. It's all natural, and
All
it's
natural, no additives, no preservatives.
yes, and it's wheat tree eating.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. We fed up on the foreign thing. The foreign thing don't really be all that healthy, and it's been doing more damage than good. All right. So the first time I tasted, I think it's about 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks ago, and I was really taken back because I don't know. Well, you mentioned just now they have black fermented garlic possibly in the groceries. I don't know. I never bounced it up, so I can't say.
Mostly foreign.
Oh, okay. Not here.
They have one or two here, but it's all imported and
Okay.
very expensive.
Yes, because I tasted that. Now, I use garlic in my smoothies, so I'm not afraid of the taste or the scent and all of that. But I make up my mind because it's healthy and it's good for your body, so it's fine. I just drink and eat for taste. I just eat and drink for what is good for me. That's my thing.
Excellent.
Right. So when I tasted yours though, I was like, but this tasting good. You know, this is garlic here. So I mean, you remember how I when we met,
Yeah.
how it was. So I said, you know what, I had to get this person in the podcast because there's a lot of people who follow me, friends and co-workers and
Yeah.
other vendors who would like to get their hands on that, especially around the season, even if it's after the season, because I know you're probably sold out by now, right? So,
A little bit there.
so what I want to ask though,
Mm.
which I ask all the guests that comes on this podcast is, how long are you doing this?
It's approximately 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, from time of discovery and product development. And it's about 2 years it's on the shelf.
All right. Okay. So out of so many things that you could have ventured in, why black fermented garlic? Why garlic? Why it could have been a pineapple or something,
Yeah. Actually, a friend of mine introduced me to a black fermented garlic, and he brought it for me for my birthday. He said, I wanted to try this. And I said, that's the stage I reach. You bring in rotten garlic for me. you know.
Yeah.
And he said, just try it, because apparently he bought it and he was kind of skeptical about trying it. So I was one of his guinea pigs. So I tried it and I found it tasted good. But I'm into product development, into food, nutrition, and stuff. So I decided to do some research on it because I found it tasted good. And upon research, I realized it had so much benefits. And couldn't get it on the shelves in Trinidad so easily. So I decided to do some research and invest into machinery and stuff. And I started now. It was a journey because, a lot of it, you have trial and error and stuff. And I wanted to have a product that's unique, not what everybody would try to do. So I tweaked my process and the machines and everything to get to what I wanted. And went into production, tested it with a number of individuals for approximately 2 years. And,
Wow.
people were getting positive results for various things like hypertension, circulation, even it's good for your memory. There are a lot of studies on this product right now. And I went a step further and created different blends. So you get added benefits.
Okay, okay. You mentioned you into product development, right? How that come about? Okay, give us a little background on yourself. To,
Wow.
to or well, just a short version, right? Because
A
you
short
mentioned
version
it.
there
Yeah.
because, from a very young age, I had to prepare meals for
Mhm.
the family. And I came from a big family. So, you know, we had to be very creative with whatever we had. And I came from the countryside, so there was an abundance of food all the time, but you can't prepare the same thing all the time. And from there, I think it started, you
Okay.
know, and I would try to preserve stuff and whatnot. But I am a qualified dietitian, and
Okay. Okay.
you know, most people think I can cook very well,
Well,
but
I mean, if you qualify and you're a qualified dietitian, I mean,
but
there's no need to question anything again.
I also did nutrition and stuff at the advanced levels and whatnot. But this is like a passion of mine. I don't like to see food wasted and stuff like that. And a lot of people would say they don't like garlic. I don't think garlic can give you a bad breath. But when you ferment the garlic, that pungency goes. So you can have it and speak up in someone's face just after you have it. I'm sure you experienced that. And nobody would say,
Yeah.
wow, I'm smelling garlic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That is true. That is true.
right. So that sulfur compound that give the garlic that pungency, it becomes very mellow and the pungency sort of disappears. And the
Okay.
natural sugars in the garlic will develop. So you get a sweetish taste, almost like a prune. And you could tell me about that.
Yes, I can. I was like, but this garlic tasting sweet. So I hear me there like, but what you put in that garlic, boy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I use garlic a lot, and I mean, not educated in the fermented part of it. I just put it in my smoothies, put it in my food, because I know that it's good for you, and it's good for your health, and it's good for every part of your body. So there's no stopping me. So you just make it easier for me. So I mean, I had to rush to brush my teeth after.
No, you didn't have to. But when you ferment the garlic, all the elements of the garlic, the natural raw garlic, becomes more bioavailable for you. So it's easier to absorb in your body. And of course, you'll be encouraged to eat it because it tastes good.
Yeah, I mean,
My experience thus far, most people are skeptical at the beginning and they would just, once they taste the first one, is like, could I have from the others? So,
yeah, because I can't see nobody tasting that, and Well, a lot of people when they hear the word garlic, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
this could up
it's
their
a turn
face,
off. I don't eat garlic. I
you
can't stand
know.
that. You know, it,
But it's good because for the people who suffer hypertension, and everybody's telling you need to eat garlic, this and that, and it's like, oh gosh, to chew up garlic is not, it's not an easy thing to chew up garlic if you. So
no,
yeah.
and in fact, the raw garlic, it affects people with acid reflux. You know, and
Okay.
but the fermented garlic actually heals acid reflux. You know, and I've experienced that sort of effect because
Oh,
I had acid
okay.
reflux,
Okay,
and
okay.
there are a number of people who use it during my trial period and stuff, and they also got a great ease from acid reflux. I no longer have to take medication, so
Okay, that's good
and I
because
can eat, things that I couldn't eat before
hmm
that I like. Even a chow, I can eat chow. I couldn't eat raw garlic either because it would affect my, you know, esophagus and stuff.
yeah, I mean raw garlic is hard to go down your throat,
But now I can eat it. I can have it, in anything.
Well, the one that I purchased, the small one that I purchased from you, I probably die in less than a day.
Yeah, well,
because
that was that one. Yeah.
yeah, because I mean I know garlic is good, and you made it easier for people to you know to have it, because most people just always say, whether on this podcast or if you meet them face to face,
Mm-hmm.
eating or snacking healthy um don't taste good,
Good.
you know or eating healthy don't taste good, and that is most people believe. And I mean I wouldn't distribute with them 100, but
Mm.
sometimes it is good. Some of the
But
things that is good for you don't taste good.
so like this particular product, most people find even though it's a healthy snack, it could be used as a healthy snack or as a condiment or so with the meal. They found that it tasted good and it's not like the typical things that good for you that taste bad.
Yeah, and you know what? You're correct, because I am probably one of the few who don't mind what is good for me that tastes bad, honestly,
Yeah.
because I've developed my mind that you know what, whether you want to accept this or not, palate better open up because going down the hatch because it's good for me. I rather take the non-tasting food or snack now and be okay down the road than
Down the
eat,
road.
eat, eat the
Yep.
thing that is not healthy for me, that is tastes good now, and down the road I would have some problems, right? So I know that you have I know that you have a bottle of your magic
But
garlic there,
jars.
your jars. So
So
let me. Oh, nice. So that's the ingredients to the back there, right?
the it's all this is all garlic alone.
Oh,
So
okay, okay,
so
nice. Yes,
it's a top grade garlic you use. It's much bigger than the usual,
yes, I can see that.
and it's firmer and everything.
Yes.
So it comes in this size,
Mhm.
this other size here,
Yes. So it comes in a
smaller,
smaller size and a bigger size.
right? And
Yes.
there's a suggested intake here.
I probably didn't listen to. I missed that. I
No, you
yeah.
didn't feel, some people would come in and take a sample, and some of them would say, I immediately feel better.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
No,
know if it's, mine or matter, but
no, but still, I mean, because most people know that the garlic is good for you. It's just that they just can't palate it. That's all.
right.
Yeah.
This is the most popular.
What is that one?
This one is in honey and cayenne infused.
Same garlic?
Yes.
Well, I didn't. You didn't show me that one. The whole back on me, man.
No, you're soaking too much.
All
So
right.
this one is one of the most popular ones. They have, a lot of benefits because honey is good for your immune system. The cayenne is good for your circulation through, so by softening your arteries and stuff. It's good
Yes,
for your
yes, yes,
stomach.
yes, yes.
So some of these elements here, together with the garlic, it helps you heal your stomach because the probiotics is high in probiotics and antioxidants. So cancer patients, I have a lot of clients who use it, you know, who has
Okay.
cancer, and
Okay.
from taking chemotherapy and stuff, they
It
talk about
helps.
how, yeah, it's helped settle the stomach and
Things like that. Right. But that's fabulous. And it comes in one size, so it have the same both sizes as
no, those are one size for now. And so if you cannot tolerate the cayenne, there's this one in honey.
Okay,
If so
that's
so
nice, man.
so the if you're having the cold or any sort of mucus in your throats and stuff, this one helps you to get rid of it.
Okay, okay.
And children can have this too.
I was about to ask that though. Children can
Yeah,
have that one because it don't have the sting of the cayenne pepper in that one.
and pepper in that one. But there are lots of children, Trini children,
Like
who,
like like the little sting.
yes. And then I have one in olive oil for those
Oh,
who cannot deal with the honey. So
oh.
this one, olive oil has a lot of benefits,
Yes, yes, yes. I know. Yes.
anti-aging for your hair and skin, and now if you want a kick and you want the benefits of the cayenne, I also have it in cayenne and olive oil infused.
Right. I love that. I actually love that one. So I want to try that one. So I paid more for two of that.
All right,
So we will
I'll
link
try and
up.
remember.
Yes, we'll link up
Yes,
for that one.
yes. So you know, um, the product is available at Moda Life in Valsane and Food Hall in Piaco Plaza,
Okay, great. That's excellent.
Peppercorns, West Mall, and Ellerslie Plaza. Those,
Right. Yes, peppercorn there too.
yeah.
You're right. Nobody
And
products is all over.
it's coming soon to other places.
That's great. That's
It's com-
great.
yeah.
Well, that's great. But what I want to ask you though is that when the guy introduced you to the first one, which was just the normal black
Hmm.
fermented garlic, what inspired you to study other flavors like what you now showed me there?
Right. I think it's some sort of divine intervention
But that's good.
because I
That's
would,
good actually.
when I'm into something, I would, it would be on my mind all the time, and I would get up in the wee hours of the morning and something flash across. So I said, look, let me try this. So everyone is asleep. I get up and you know, try to formulate something and put it together, adjust it and whatnot, and then look at the outcome. And all these things like honey and cayenne and olive oil and these things are good for us, you know.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
and in terms of from you know developing kind of thing, preparing food and stuff,
Yeah,
you, I get a feel of what may be able to pair with what,
yeah, yeah.
and that's how I came up with the different infusions.
Well, that's excellent. That's excellent. That's excellent because, well, being a dietitian and all of that, I think that would have helped. The mere fact, the combination, because yes, we know olive oil is good for you.
Very good.
We know cayenne pepper is good. All those things that is, I am mixed little portion from time to time.
And they act like natural preservatives well.
Yes, yes, yes.
So they preserve the life. The shelf life is very good. Usually I'll just put a year on the products, but I have from the beginning of time here, and there's no mold, no spoilage at all,
Yeah, because it's all natural,
and
and
not refrigerated. You don't have to refrigerate this product.
but that's excellent because you have to do those things when you have a lot of chemicals in
Yeah,
products. I think a lot of us know that. So the mere fact that yours don't have to be refrigerated, I mean, I think that by itself is showing us that it's all natural,
it's
and
all
whatever you're doing, you're doing it right because anything now you purchase somewhere in the supermarket or anywhere and it's out of the fridge, I mean,
it's breakdown. It
it's
break down.
breakdown. It breakdown. So if you get a day out of it, you get
Yeah.
plenty. So
On
if you,
on the other hand,
mhm.
the product don't last once you purchase it.
Well, mine didn't last. So I would never. I think most people, including myself, wouldn't know. Even some people the expiry date for a year, we wait
They would
for
look at it. They
it.
don't
Will
look at the
it wouldn't look at it because
packaging
I can see you having that in your fridge there. Someone who purchased that
and not
and
using it.
not
Exactly.
using it, and because you can put it in a salad.
Salad,
You can
exactly.
put it
As a
beside of your food.
condiment.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can. Yes, you can. And I'm talking from experience. So because I had one.
No,
Um,
you can even make ice cream with it.
oh yes, based on our taste, I could
Yeah.
see that happening.
I was told this by a chef, a renowned chef, and he says it's usually sold in the high end restaurants.
Oh, well, that's excellent. Because again, I keep saying anybody who take, and I'm talking to you tonight based on experience in the health and the fitness and wellness
Mm.
niche, and I know there's a lot of people like me who, if they bounce up something that is healthy and good for you, no matter the taste, they will still have it. But we are
Yeah.
actually in the 5 and 10% of the population. But you managed to transform a garlic into something that is still healthy. It have all the nutritional benefit in it, and it's palatable for the people who want to be healthy. But taste is important for them because they don't have the discipline and the mindset
Yeah.
to do the things that people like myself or other people will palate because of for the sake of health and wellness. So you actually bridging the gap from the non-tasting garlic
Yeah.
to the good tasting garlic. And the mere fact is, guess what? The ingredients are doing the same thing. It's good for your body, just as
Yeah.
the raw, the one that is
Well,
not fermented.
it's even better because it's when you ferment it, as I said, everything becomes more bioavailable for absorption in your body.
Yes, yes,
So you get
yes.
a bit more benefits, and it's fermented under a much lower temperature than roasting. A lot of people will come and say, I don't I roast garlic all the time. I say, so I would tell them, you destroy everything in the garlic. It's just for the flavor because the high heat will destroy the elements.
a lot
So
of people a lot of people still don't know what you know said there. That high heat just destroy all the nutrients in anything, whether it's vegetables, whether it's in meat,
yeah,
whether it's everything. And
anything, yeah,
yes, so you're so correct with that because we know about roasting garlic to put in this, put in that, put in
yeah, because a culture and it tastes good.
yeah. But
So
but
certain meals you would roast the garlic to get that flavor.
yeah, but it's not giving you any nutrients benefit because
No,
you
it
kill
doesn't.
everything.
You
You
kill
kill
everything.
everything. Yeah, you kill everything already.
This
But
is why
yours ought to be roasted. Yours just had to be
not
added.
roasted. So it's the process is a sort of aging process.
Yes,
Some
yes.
people when they hear fermented, does it have alcohol? No, it doesn't.
Typical Trini.
Yeah.
Typical
And
Trini.
when they taste the sweetness, they put sugar in this. No, there's no sugar in it. Garlic has natural sugars. And when you ferment it, the sugars are released and you get that prune like taste.
You see, most people don't, and I can see why someone asking that
Yeah.
because it is sweet-ish, and the first thing someone will say, you probably add sweetener to it,
Yeah.
right? But not knowing the literature based on what you're saying there,
Yeah.
so that's excellent. I mean, that product is, we need to get some of that in the gyms.
Yes, yes, you should carry it in the gyms.
Yes, I will let to talk to more people, you know, because we have all
And
different age in the gym.
especially when you're exercising and stuff, and some people actually get the burn stomach with
Yes,
the reflux.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and not only that too, like for people who just watch what they eat and diet and things like that, when the blood sugar drop a little bit, you can have that because that is it done
And it would
naturally.
not take it up.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's what make it nice. So that
And
actually good.
two of the silent killers in Trinidad and Tobago is hypertension and
Diabetes.
diabetes.
Yeah, yeah,
And so much heart problems now is very good for your heart.
yeah, yeah. And
Cayenne pepper actually softens the arteries, and the garlic itself keeps the blood from thickening. So when the arteries are soft and your heart is pumping, you wouldn't put pressure on your heart because blood is flowing good, and
yes,
you have this elasticity in the arteries.
and that is what you need
So
in the arteries.
so
That is what you need.
that's how the product, can be useful.
You see, what you said there. See, a lot of people don't understand the benefits of how your heart work and the arteries and the blood vessels and things like that, and what soften it and what harden it. So what you saying, what soften it, the majority of people consume too much of what harden it, and that's the problem. That's the problem we face, and that's why that type 2 diabetes is so high in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Because I had a symposium early this year, and I had someone from the Diabetic Association, and the it's what she said is over 65% of Trinidadians are diagnosed with type
Yeah.
2 diabetes, and I mean that's a high number, and it is a high number, and it's higher than that because there's people who they would have checked.
Through the healthcare system.
Exactly, most people, especially men, they go in.
And it's strange enough. I mean, you're a man. I'm not there bashing men or
No, no,
anything,
no. I
but
know. I say it.
our men in Trinidad here, they wait until things get very bad.
I know. I know. I
You
know.
have to go with a real complaint by the doctor. Women are more conscious of those things. You know.
You see, and it's not just in Trinidad. I think it might be worse in Trinidad because of how it's brought up, and men shouldn't
Yeah.
be complaining or soft. It come across like a soft, and it's wrong. I've learned that as I get older. Like I was just like that, and I understand that what was taught us when we were small is that men are supposed to cry, men are supposed to
Yeah.
complain, we're supposed to be rough and tough and take it like a man. But really and truly, it's only so much you can take like a man when you're not
Yeah.
well. You
And
know,
look, I find in recent times there's so many people also with prostate cancer and stuff. That's because men not checking their health.
yeah, but that's a fact, because of men believe that taking a drink will solve everything. That's what we do. We feel, what? Just take a drink now, man. Go out, one lie down. You'll be alright in the morning, And I think there's a level of, ego and things like that, especially with the
And
prostate cancer and like that.
like nowadays when you go to the gyms, you tell me the population distribution between men and women.
Well, I know. I've been a lot of gyms. I've been a lot of gyms, and what I tell people, women, there's more women taking the health serious than men.
Yeah.
There's a fact. Any gym you can go, and if you go wrong in Savannah during the week, Queens Park Savannah will go at the Chancellor on the Hill. You're seeing groups of women going up that hill or around Savannah exercising, complimenting each other, whether it's co-workers or friends,
Mm-hmm.
and they take their health seriously. And men, we sprinkle like salt in those areas, but where you will see the group of men?
At the
By the
bar.
bar, that's where the groups of men
But
are.
again, it has a lot to do with culture because um, if you see a woman and she has a big stomach, fat back, or broad waist, um, men will say things, even women will say things about her. But it's okay for a man to walk around with his big belly outside.
Well,
you know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
they will drop it in the public and walk around with it.
yes, yes,
If a
yes.
woman do that, that everybody has to talk about that.
Yeah, it's a. I never understood that, and it's not just in that what you said there, but other stuff as well. Men seem
Yeah.
to, get away with certain things that women will be, chastised for. But men with the big belly, they use that as a. They actually make fun of it. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
look
how
at
it go.
It's
Yeah,
delicious.
as
There's
well.
there's a drink.
Yeah, live it nice. Yeah, live
That's
it
a
nice.
that's a trophy.
Yes. Well, I look at it, whenever I bounce up someone and, a guy, and you mentioned that trophy and whatever it is call it, it's a trophy. But for me, I mean, I don't have one, but I just say is more a tomb than anything else, because trophy supposed to be, as and any trophy you have is supposed to be something you can celebrate and
Mhm.
process to get that. But the process to get that belly is not a healthy process. There's no healthy belly, as far as I know. No healthy
Exactly.
big belly.
I mean,
So,
and women may have an excuse to some extent because of childbearing and stuff like that.
yes, and
And
there's certain conditions as well, like PCOS, something like that.
right, and
Yeah,
even so, the, as time has changed, women are supposed to be equal to men,
yeah.
but men still look at women as having to do all the roles, parenting roles, providing everything, and they believe I go to work, but your wife also go to work.
Well,
You know,
well,
women also go to work.
well. That's a different podcast, and
No,
that's a different podcast.
hence the reason why so many things, we tend to accept in society.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. And I agree. I mean, what's is a different podcast, but I agree with you. I agree what you're saying, and I do agree with men who doing that. In all fairness, and I'm a
But
guy.
back to the product.
Back to the product. We will come
When
to
when 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 can I do my sampling?
I will bring you back in
The men
2025, and
the men will say, let her try it. You know, and if the woman say, boy, this tastes good, then they will take a chance.
well, why is that just what is that just about men and all of that? But it have a big group of men will do just what you mentioned. They will come there with their wives or their fiance or their girlfriend, and they will say, once she like it, then I will buy it. You know,
Yes,
so,
yes,
there's good and bad and everything. There's good men,
yes,
bad men. And there's good women and not so good ones. But this is not the podcast for that.
yes.
We are talking. You're trying to get me in trouble.
No, no, no.
Yeah, trying to get me in trouble. Next
Yeah,
one I leave there.
because you know,
Yeah,
um, generally, yeah, I would really like to see, like, I tell people, they say, "Wow, you have a product here. You can make millions." I say that's not the objective. The objective is to get the product to as much people as possible and look at the benefits, and hopefully one day we can have some clinical studies or something. You know.
yes, yes, and I admire that, because I keep saying, like what I'm doing is not financially gaining, like with all that I'm doing, but the message is more important.
Yeah.
And once I know I can help someone save a life, or someone will take the information based on
Hmm.
even you and I speaking here about the garlic and things like that, and they could change their life to healthier life. I mean, I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever the future have for what I'm doing, so be the case. But it's not my gas in my car for what I do. When I'm doing this and the other stuff that I do,
Yeah.
I'm doing it because I live that. I see a lot of family members, suffer with these lifestyle disease,
Yeah.
and I take a proactive approach, not just with myself, which I do, but I
Hmm.
also decided, what, see how much people I can help by just spreading the word, doing symposium, bringing out magazine, meeting people like yourself,
Yeah.
because one of the things that I've found, I've realized, Christina, is that there's a lot of people who want stuff like yours and others, but they don't know where to get it.
Exactly.
So this podcast and my magazines and all that I do, at least they have any opportunity to see people with things that they know they can use for a healthier lifestyle. Because some people do want to change their life in the sense of to be healthier, because nobody likes to be unhealthy,
Yeah.
and you only know how unhealthy you are is when you pay no attention to your health, and down the road you end up with some problems, right?
Hmm.
So at least they could log on this podcast every Saturday. They could go on my page. They could, the magazine I launch every quarter. They could see people like yourself, whether it's doctors, nutritionists, um, vendors like yourself who have all different things, sweet potato flour, uh,
Yeah.
dashing flour. I have a lot of vendors came through here, and they have options. So a lot of people they say, Vic, but I love my flour, but what else? Okay, look, you have alternative that you can make the bake, the bread. You can do the same thing you're doing with the flour that is not good for you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Look at the option here. So for instance, you mentioned just now earlier on, most people is like garlic, oh god, and they mentioned garlic, they skin up the face because I
Mm-hmm.
know it. Oh gosh, yeah, but I think I
But
had to grow up.
you can also do your breads with it. You know, you can do your bagels. You can make a roll like a currant roll with it.
Correct, correct. Again, you
You,
see, this is what I'm saying. So what you don't mention there, people who looking at this, they have ideas now. So they're not looking at garlic as just flavor, burn and flavor, because you brought a different turn and twist it, which is fermented, and you don't do the process already, so you don't need to they don't need to burn nothing again. They just need to add this to whether it's
yeah,
this the smoothie,
yeah.
the,
Because
everything.
some people come through and I put it in my oven. I burn it in the foil.
Serious?
Put olive oil and then I make that same thing. I said, okay, try it and see if it's the same thing. And then they realize, no, it's not the same.
It can never be the same thing.
No.
You see,
And even putting it in the foil paper, that's
and
a no-no.
I was not going to tell you that. The mere fact they say this put it in foil, you should end that conversation right there, because if they know what foil does to your food, they wouldn't say that. You
And
know?
especially something like garlic, eh?
Yes.
The acid in the garlic and stuff, you know.
Again,
Sulfur.
exactly. What we lack in this country is that, and people dying from, is lack of information.
Yeah.
So people love foil. Foil have its benefit, but it shouldn't be on that heat like that,
Direct light.
direct heat,
Good.
right? So a lot of people don't know that. I can't blame them or vex with them, because big
Yeah,
advertisement.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, lack of information, big advertisement. The foreign advertisement tell you, oh, put your foil, thing, and then we follow everything wrong from the Western world. We pick
Mhm.
up all these bad habits.
You can use it, you know, but there are ways and means, you know.
There's ways and means, and temperature is important,
Mm-hmm.
right? Temperature is important, because I was talking to someone on this same podcast here who sells tea, right? And it's somebody I consider a friend. She has a tea. I think her name is, the business is Tobago Teas in Tobago, and
Okay.
I didn't know, even me who love tea, that there's certain temperature you have to put the tea bag in, to get the flavor
Okay.
out of it. And me, I boil in that water hot like hell, and put my tea bag. But I didn't know.
You do boil tea.
No, what I'm saying is I didn't know. Not
Right.
boil, meaning like you boil the water and you put it in tea bag. You put the tea bag in your cup, right? That's what it is.
Uh,
And some tea, based on what she was explaining, because she had literature, because it's her company, it's just a lukewarm,
mm-hmm.
not too hot
For extraction.
for
Yeah.
extraction. And I was honest, I ain't lying. Didn't know. I just put the kettle to
You
boil,
never
and
had bush tea?
no, I grew up on bush tea. My mother gave me bush tea, but
You never look at how she made it?
no, I just drink it.
Oh, she never boil it.
No, she didn't boil it. Yeah, but we grew up with the old school method that works,
Yeah.
and we turn away now from what is really working to what is not working. So I am guilty of putting a kettle on, and in the morning I go and do all kind of change my clothes, bathe or whatever. And when the kettle's singing, I throw it in the cup and I put my tea, but it's too hot. But me studying that, I say, well, it go cool now, but
Yeah.
I get no benefit, because nothing extracting out. So it's the same thing with this garlic. And
But
what I mentioned there.
I actually have a tea bag in the making also, huh?
Serious?
Yeah. Some people tried it already.
With the same garlic?
The black fermented garlic, yeah.
Oh, that's something interesting.
With nutmeg and cinnamon. So it actually tastes close to a chai. That kind
Oh,
of flavor.
well, and I can imagine.
Very
I
nice.
mean, I don't mind being a guinea pig for you, let me know.
Yeah.
I will try
I
it.
gave it to a few people, you know, and the reports were like the blood pressure started coming down and stuff.
Of course it will. I mean, it's garlic. I think garlic is
And
known for
again,
that.
the tea itself tastes good. You don't get that garlic scent in your mouth, you know. So
Yeah, you have garlic, you have cinnamon, and it's not
cinnamon, nutmeg.
nutmeg and
There's
things like
somewhere
that.
with the orange peel, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I grew up on orange peel, so the young generation now they didn't know about orange peel.
And the cinnamon leaves, you know, that make a really
Yes,
nice
yes.
tea. Yeah.
I think that'd be amazing. I mean, when you bring it out full,
Yeah.
come back on this podcast and let's have
When I get my
a glass.
packaging right, you notice I place a lot of emphasis on
Yes,
packaging.
yes.
Yeah.
It's important, It's important.
Yeah. And
You know,
yeah, most people, because Trinidadians, us, we don't seem to pay much attention to that with on our product. That was one of the first comments I got. Is this a foreign product? You know,
that's excellent.
and actually, on all my products, there is a Trini flag, you
Oh
know,
yes,
flavor
nice,
flag, so
nice.
you know where it come from.
Nice.
Yeah,
So when they sell it abroad, they know, hey, this is not
yeah,
no,
but people have been
yeah,
coming, passing through the stores and purchasing, and some call me, you know, when they want bulk purchases to take abroad.
that's excellent. We need to get out the Caribbean as well.
Yes, but some Bajans and Vincentians, St. Lucians bought for me recently, you know.
That's excellent. And then for the carnival season that is fast approaching,
Yes,
make sure I have this stock well,
I have
because
I have to for the cruise ships and stuff.
yes, yes, you have to, and get it ready because that flag must go all over the world
Oh
with
yes,
with
oh
your with your,
yes.
with your product. So when people taste it and they say, well, where does come from? China? No, not China, Trinidad, and
Well,
it's all
that's
natural.
the next step is to produce the garlic locally.
Okay, okay,
That's the next step.
okay.
You know, but right now it's difficult to get garlic from. Now there are different grades of garlic, and all the garlic is imported.
Oh, we don't
Some
have
California, some from
so
China.
let me ask this now. So we don't have farmers who producing garlic Trinidad.
Not one that I know.
Well, that's news to me.
I tried, you know, but I didn't follow up on it too much. But the garlic sends out some blades like scythe, and that is tastes excellent.
Oh well, I mean, we have scythe
So
farmers here,
I use it as a scythe.
but I did, but we
I
have
think
even
it's something you have to patiently prepare. Wait for it to, you know.
oh, and financially it may not be a
That this is what we may not have an advantage in producing it.
okay, okay. But
Yeah.
still, man, we is a Caribbean country.
Yeah, we
we
should
should,
be. Yeah,
yeah,
we don't produce onions and garlic here. If we getting it so cheaply from abroad.
yeah. But still, we shouldn't be dependent on them. We are the land. We should be
Yeah.
dependent on them at all for that, especially things like garlic and the same way we have scythe and things like that.
And we have a lot of agriculture experts here in the Caribbean.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
And but again, that's what I was saying. We so believe we in this country, especially in Trinidad, we so believe in this foreign method, this American thing that
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
that everything they
It
bring it
come from
right.
America. It's good.
And
It come
yes,
from here. It's good. You
and it's
know.
not so, right?
And
It's not
this
so.
is why from that point of view, I am pushing my product as a local product that is an excellent product, and it's more than comparable with the foreign ones.
Yeah, because
In fact, they don't have these blends because these are original thoughts that went into this.
okay, okay. I don't believe in this too much of the foreign things because when you look on social media and some of the foods that they send down here, the process is not healthy, and some of the foods is not even real food,
Yeah,
right?
and
It's synthetic.
the additives and preservatives that the print is very very fine.
Yes,
You know,
and
most of the times when we buy even like snacks for children and stuff, you you don't take time to read because there's so much ingredients. You know, a
And it,
simple a simple chip, some corn chip for a child or something, and you look at it and one set of ingredients that
yeah,
you have to go and do some research to find out what is this and what is that. You know.
but they know most 99% of the people in the world are going to look on all that writing. They know that.
They know that.
That's why they and it has and you see they know that because it always have ingredients there that is not healthy for you. Always.
Yeah.
Right? But they wouldn't that's why they find it's be so fine.
Yeah.
Right? So and recently I saw some documentary on that same trip we're talking about there.
Yeah.
And it's not as it's really not the best choice for your children. You
Mm-hmm.
know, what is the best choice for your kids is that garlic that you have there, right? No, 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 and I'm serious.
Yes.
And also, I had other vendors like fruitfuls and those people who
Mm-hmm.
healthy snacks in Trinidad that is all natural as well. That
Yeah.
we need to guide our children to that and have it in the schools because your garlic and the other people who have healthy snacks in Trinidad, ministries to get involved and get rid of all these snacks that killing our children, that not helping the brain, right? Because we have obesity in schools at a very young age.
Yeah.
Those are the things that we need to combat. Because if we don't do that, the type 2 diabetes and hypertension it will grow to the
Hmm.
next generation and the next generation. But it's not just based on lack of movement and lack of exercise. It's the things we put in our mouth.
But growing up, we didn't have access to all those snacks
No,
because our parents made snacks for us. So,
correct, correct. Yeah, but they're making them snacks again. You know what?
we don't have
I
the time.
know that word that you mentioned there, the people who obese and not well, and I know a couple, I work with a couple of them well, the first things come out of their mouth, they don't have time for themselves. They say take a berries, make it 8 hours, right? But if you're giving a company 8 and 9 hours and you don't have no more time left in the day based on what you're saying, whoever, it means that the company will win because when you get sick, the company
Exactly.
will you
You will be
replace,
replaced. Yeah.
right? So where that maths, somehow that maths, as the young people say, oh that maths
It's
in, right?
medicine. Yeah, you should
Right?
bet.
Because it makes sense because if you can't find hour in the evening after you finish work or in the morning for yourself, which is your health, then
Mm-hmm.
the employer really don't care about you. I mean, you're easy to replace. So I just keep saying people, your health is your wealth. And if you need to go to work, fine. But if you can't make time, not find time, you gotta make time
Yeah.
in your day for yourself, be mindful what to put in your mouth because whatever you do today,
Fast food.
it's going to tell down the road, because you was not talking about how we grew up and sugar cake and all this kind of thing. But
Yeah.
now I look at Sundays now. I seen people come from church family and they're going in those whether it's
Fast food.
KFC, whether it's
Uh,
Roacas. I'm seeing that family from church now around 1:12 midday. So clearly they ain't cooking or they didn't cook the day before. So
yeah.
what they're saying is that they're so busy to cook a family, to eat sit down and eat with their family, cook food. They rather go and buy with the children food that is not healthy for themselves and food that is not healthy for the children. And now the money that they think they're saving that they're not saving, they don't put it
They're
back in
going to
their
need
health.
it later
They
on.
will
Yeah.
need down the road and they don't have it. They just never have it,
But
you know?
more so in this season, I don't think there's a fast food outlet unless it's a no name
Mhm.
that doesn't have lines, you know,
Yes.
and that is pre Christmas. Then during
Well,
Christmas, we eat a little more than usual, you know.
the excuse is pre-Christmas is we so busy preparing for Christmas that we don't have time to cook. So we will eat fast. All
Yeah.
right. And everything that is fast is not healthy. Let's make it clear.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever
Mm-hmm.
is fast is not healthy. Even if you want to make money fast, it don't last. So anything that is fast does never really it don't have a good end to it. So the fast food that we talk about here, they just get more money for Christmas because they're making money whole year.
Yeah.
So Christmas is just for one day, right? Christmas is just for one day. So
Exactly.
if you jump out yourself and you eat all this nonsense, and come January, you want to sit down now and make a New Year's resolution, and they say, no, for 2025, I am going to cut back on this, and it don't last because it doesn't
Yo
work like
yo.
that. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Yes, yo-yo mentality.
Mm.
Everybody have a long list for 2025. My New Year resolution, I eating better, going to the gym, and they make 1 month in the gym just for carnival season, and then they're back to normal, and the fast food they win every day. They
Yeah.
win every day.
But from a dietetic point of view, um, we portion sizes and combinations, go a long way.
Well, what I would say with that, we train big, we know about portion. We know about portion, and we know about size. A portion Our portion is huge in our plate because you're talking about men with big belly just now,
Yeah.
right? And when they're eating home, I mean, it's a mountain, it's like Mount
Yes.
Everest. So
Yes.
nobody will tell them about portion size. When you tell them, man, hey, portion size. First thing you tell them, well, I working hard whole week. You tell them about portion size now, eh? And that's the mentality. And
Yeah.
portion size is key in your health and wellness. It's key,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Because it's some, and if you just sit all day in a job, in an office job, you sit all day, or you just drive in a taxi, certain things, and you're not very active. Um, when you eat, everything is converted to what? Most everything converted to fat in your body.
Well, if you look at the two professions that you mentioned there just now, which is taxi driver who doing it for a period
Yeah.
of time,
Or some
and
office job or
office
something.
job, the weight to start to pack on your belly because of you sitting 8 hours a day or
Yeah.
9 hours. Just remember, listen. You get up Monday morning from sleeping Sunday night from eating a big meal Sunday during the day because Sunday is so-called rest day. When you
Yeah.
jump in your vehicle, you're sitting down. Whether you're driving your own car or you're traveling, still sitting down. You're going to the office and you're sitting down for 8 hours. But before that, if you're given an hour lunch or half an hour lunch, you don't eat it standing up. You'll be sitting down by your
And I
desk somewhere,
guess, yeah.
sitting down. And then at the end of the day, you're going to sit down in your car again and you're going to come back home. And obviously, our culture here, when we reach home 6, based on traffic, or 7, you're going to eat a meal again.
Yeah.
And this time when you eat it, you're going to do what? You stand up, you're going to sleep,
Watch a little TV and
sit down again and sleep. And that cycle is a 6 day cycle,
yeah.
right? And that is why as soon as you hit 40, diabetes sneaking in. You're doing that for 20 years, for 30 years. I mean, how much your body could take? And
Yeah.
that is what happening. So the type 2 diabetes ain't going away now because there's no portion control. You can have 1,000,001 people like yourself and me talking about, well, this and that. But once we continue to do it, we have to keep ponging it and ponging it and ponging it because our culture on all different sides, is the same thing.
Yeah.
A portion is a mountain. That's one. And on top of that, we washing it down with juice, right?
With a sort of sugar.
All right, a cup of sugar. Yes. So it's sugar in the flour, sugar in the
But
rice.
and somehow these especially those commercial drinks,
Mhm.
um they seem to have elements that is probably addictive to the younger folks in particular,
They do.
and they would drink it and always feel for it.
They
You
do.
know?
They
So
do.
as I say, it's not like long time we had to pick the oranges and make your juice and stuff. You know what was in it. You know.
Picking the orange. And that's why those company that you mentioned there with all this soft
And
drink and all these things and all these things. Since I'm small, they're here and they actually grew.
Yes, they
because
grow.
they grew, because we give it to ourselves, and worse than that, we give it to our children. So I just tell people, when people talk about generation, we passed it on. One of the things we pass on, what wasn't passed on to us, is bad habits,
Yeah.
bad eating habits. So when if you as a parent have a bad eating habit and eating all the wrong things
Anything. Yeah.
and eating everything in sight, what are you showing your children? Not to do the same thing?
Exactly.
And they're trying to do the same. So here, what the people who pocket will be getting fat is those commercial companies that selling these soft drinks and all these fast food,
Mm-hmm.
the doctors, the funeral people and them, right? But your family, who really love you, can really enjoy you, because the time you hit 35, 40, is all kind of things stepping in.
Ailments. Yeah.
Is ailment based on what was passed on,
Lifestyle.
lifestyle, and the medical professional name it just that, lifestyle disease. They didn't say lack of lifestyle disease or lack of nothing, It's a lifestyle disease that they label it that way because it's based on your lifestyle. And if
You
the
know.
disease is come by you on your lifestyle, oh gosh, make a change. That's all.
You,
Try
you,
something.
you know. A young doctor, I wouldn't mention the name, was asked, "How is the job? How your job going?" And she said, "If you all will take care of yourselves, my job will be easier."
Yes, yes.
But
And
right
she's
now, it's frustrated because there's so many sick people.
yeah, she's right, because I went drop a friend of mine's. I know you're nearly out of time, but I dropped a friend of mine's in Mount Hope Hospital and wait for her. I sat down there waiting, and I mean, the amount of sick people I see come there, right, saying down waiting. I and that draw my attention. And some of these people, if they could have go back 20 years ago and change their lifestyle, they would have, to avoid the
Yes.
hours, the pain,
So,
yeah,
so she was right.
she
We,
correct.
we need to take care of ourselves to ease up the hospital, the professions, and even to reduce the intake of all these drugs. Because when you go to the hospital, the doctor don't have time to say, you should eat black fermented garlic. No, because it's like a mass factory, and they have to get rid of all these patients so they can make room for others.
Correct. And
So,
yes,
so they give
yes.
you something that could quickly, you know, give you a fix and send you home
They give you a
because
plaster.
the hospital
Yeah,
don't have beds.
yeah. But let me be real, eh? Why speed is bashy doctors, I mean, it's bashy hospital. We really, the amount of sick people,
Yeah,
based on lifestyle choices that we just what we're talking about, they can't have enough bed. Nowhere in the world
they
look have
can't.
them. No, they can't,
Yeah,
and they can't have enough doctors. You can't. It can't. So because people not
and
taking care of their health.
they're overworked. They're overworked,
Yeah, there's work 48 hours and all kind of hours there is work,
and the
but
system itself is abused because you know when you end up in casualty, let's put it this way, and you have about 50 other people in casualty, and the hospital is only so big, emergency rooms, could accommodate a certain amount, and it's priority and it's frustrated and all these things, you know, it gets you more ill and it puts a real strain on the healthcare system.
yeah, it put a strain, and that is why, Christina, people like yourself, as I said earlier on this podcast, people like yourself, me, and others like us, and it have others like us, we need to keep doing what we're doing. You need to be experimenting with different products, healthy products, to bring it out in the market. I need to be continue to motivate, inspire people to buy your products and go healthier. And we try to see how much we can save. If we save one in every 10, it's still
Yeah,
better,
it's still one. Yeah,
is one, and that's where I think. So I know we out of time. I'm gonna
yeah,
bring it back in. I'm gonna bring it back in 2025, And so
With
before we
some new
go
products.
with some new product, but even with that product, because I know coming to the next 3 months with the carnival, people, at least for the carnival, for these 3 months, they're trying to be healthier, just for this season. Those are the people that I really cater for, but still, be taking all of them. Um, well, they mentioned where we could find you already on those outlets, but do you all have a social media presence?
It's not very active at this point, but we do have a social media.
Media on which platform?
Instagram.
Instagram. And what is the handle?
Crochet Black Fermented.
Black Crochet. All right, great. So people, you can just Instagram. You can go at Mona Life, Tongue Hall, Peppercorn, Westmall,
Food hall. Food hall.
Food Hall, right?
Plaza.
Peppercorn in Westmall and in LSD Plaza.
Yeah.
And you can get your black fermented garlic. You get the one with the olive oil, the one with the cayenne pepper. I recommend all of them
Me.
because all this is good. I only had one. I come in for that cayenne pepper. Also,
Yeah.
you could let us know your number for those who want to call you direct and probably place our yes.
So
So
7530927.
it's 753
09.
09. All right, great. So that is a number people you can call and get your black fermented garlic, and you can put it next to your ham. You can put it next to your pastel, and have some fun. So again, have a good night. Thanks for coming, Christina, and we're going to see you again soon. And may God bless you. Have a good season, and look out for my call because I want two cayenne pepper and olive oil. Yes.
All
So
right.
take care and have a good night.
And thank you again. All the best
Okay.
for the season.
Thank you so much.
All right. Take care.
Take care.